The team is giving a thumbs up. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Now a contribution from DALIM as well. I want to start right off the bat with a slide with a bunch of numbers, and I want you to imagine what could these numbers be. You can think out loud. You can think for yourself in front of your screen. I don't know where you are currently in the world, but actually, what we see here is huge numbers, the total numbers of websites we currently have, the numbers of products listed on Amazon, new products launched every year with those packagings, the number of direct mails sent, blogs published every day. Here's an even more shocking. This slide contains too much information actually to be read out loud. It's everything what happens in 60 seconds on the internet. It's quite crazy. Maybe you saw this slide already. I mean, just have a quick look through the numbers. What is happening on Google, what is happening on Facebook, what is happening on YouTube, on those social platforms. And yes, between all of this, what we really want as organizations, as brands, as companies, whatever how we call ourselves, is that consumers only look at our content and our content only. Yeah, you bet. And it doesn't matter if you're creating a billboard ad, it doesn't matter if you're creating a packaging, it doesn't matter whatever you're creating as a piece of content, you want consumers to look at it. But in reality, we have the attention span of a goldfish. Actually, it's disrespectful to the goldfish because our attention span is less. So the problem we have is that still consumers can buy our products if they don't know they exist. And it's our content that will let them know. And even if these numbers are shocking in the beginning, would you really imagine a world like this? Where you just type in something into Google and you don't get anything out of it? A world like only without content doesn't exist. And it doesn't matter if you're typing in Google, it doesn't matter if you are trying to choose the next restaurant. If you don't have the pictures of the food you're going to eat, you don't want to go there. So today, content needs to be consistent, needs to be high quality, it needs to be engaging, it needs to answer audience questions, it needs to build trust, it needs to do so much different things. And at the same time, rules are there, not to be broken this time, but rules are there. Our content needs to follow rules. And here I just put some random dimensions on the different platforms, but I'm sure that in the packaging industry you have industry rules, you have law, you have so many different rules that you have to follow and that are good for the consumer actually. So let's recap. We are overflooded with content. We want our content to stand out. We have the attention span of a goldfish. We can't do business without content. We need high quality content. And we have to follow rules. So now, picture this. Here's your content. What you have is an amazing team full of skillful people and the best agencies in the world. And the communication between those people is just the best. There's no lack of communication. Everyone is on the same page. Everyone is on the same. They know exactly what the other is thinking. And alongside that, you have the best technology, just to collaborate, to automate. So what I just explained to you is what is called content marketing operations. And here's a little definition of it. Sylvia, you can take a picture of this. It's the combined foundation of people, processes, and technology that allows an organization to effectively and efficiently maintain its content lifecycle from start to finish. And you know what? I have a bold move. We think we can automate all of this. But first, we have to do some homeworks. So, as I said, people are the foundation. People need roles, they need responsibilities, and it will really depend on the team how much responsibility and roles you have. And don't forget your agencies, they also have their roles and responsibilities. Then you need the processes. Your teams need processes to go forward. And it's actually your teams that will define those processes all together. And finally, you have technology. Technology is not there to replace people. It's not there to replace processes. It's just to make people collaborate better and automate processes where we can. And in the end, what we are trying to achieve is this. We want all our content to be centralized in a place where we can find it and take action anytime, from anywhere in the world. It's easier said than done, I guess. So let's framework it out. At DALIM, we have come up with a framework that we call the 4 Ps, which is actually here to endorse the content lifecycle. The first is that you plan, you will produce, you will publish your content, and then you will purpose it. I will come back to this later. So how do you do that? This is some screenshots of our software for the people that are introduced to it. The first step to collaboration is a good brief, a good project brief. There you will define all your team members, you will define the different roles you have, the different responsibilities, and then you will give all the qualitative and quantitative information of your project. And when we are finished with planning, we will go into the production phase. And here we have some amazing integrations in the work where you can use our software and partner up with Adobe to let designers create in their favorite tools all the content you need. And it's directly connected to ours as well. And I guess one of our bread and butters is collaboration. Without collaboration, we are nothing. The content will not go out without us reviewing it, with us approving it, just because we need to be on the same page. And here again, since many, many, many years, we are helping people to collaborate from anywhere in the world. And the last part I said was about publishing. So here you have one of the latest brochures we did, and workflows are here for the win. First, what you see is that we will, from this one brochure, create a print. Then for the other brochure, we will create something for the web, which will be a bit lighter than the print. And then our sales reps also need this brochure to be able to send it via email. So we will compress it to the smallest we can with our technologies like PDF Lite that were introduced during the intro. And because our content deserves a second life, I said before we need to purpose it, but actually what we need to do is to repurpose it. So it's also what we call content recycling. So again, we are going back to the sustainable topic, and even with content. So you all get fooled by the guides of 2022. In 2023, the guides will be the same, and all coming back to the same thing. We just want our content to be actionable, to be there, that we can use, search, find, and yeah, basically that's it. That was a very small introduction pitch. I want to say thank you to all the people that are in the chat, to thank you to all the clients that we have that do this day in, day out, and they are really the heart of why we are doing this. And keep in mind that every installation we do around the world have different processes because different teams are working on it, and the teams have different content needs. Thank you very much.